Shalom. I'd like to say our praise due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Makakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. And this is going to be regards to Chronixx. He's like a reggae slash dancehall artist in Jamaica. And he has an album called Exile. And very good album. And he has a song. One of his songs is called Hurricane. And this his album just started. He launched his album like a couple weeks ago, and he has this song called The Hurricane, right? And this is before Hurricane Melissa, right? And even though he's bugged out, he's into the whole Rastafarian way of life. I don't know if he had like he was inspired by, maybe he had like a dream or like a something, or maybe someone wrote that for him, but very powerful because right now on the north coast of Jamaica, though, what's going on, it's disaster from St. Anne, Montego Bay, St. James, Trelawney, Falmouth, St. Elizabeth. So many of these cities, right, in those parishes, they're destroyed, right? And it's very devastating, but it's judgment, man, because a lot of witchcraft, a lot of wickedness is done on the island, man. And the Lord, he's flattened, the north coast of Jamaica, man. you know and because they weren't listening to the prophets, man. The prophets, of Great Millstone over half a tree in Kingston, over Portland, you know like they weren't listening to the prophets. So judgment, man. Right? The Lord's fed up. He's fed up with our people, man. So this is his Chronixx. He has the lyrics, right, for the song Hurricane. It says, "When the tides were so high and strong, you gave me shelter from the rain. On and on an open and raggy sea, you rescue me. Placed a firm uh placed a firm ground beneath my feet. Help me to stand firm when I was weak. All the tears that I cried and my pain was meant to be." Right? So, I don't know if he had like a vision, or where he was inspired to make that song, but what happened with that hurricane, Hurricane Melissa, is devastating, man. I'm gonna play it 1 second.
See here, Melissa clearly left Jamaica completely ravaged, and the recovery phase is just now beginning. A group of first responders from Operation Blessings Global Disaster Response Team has traveled to Montego Bay, Jamaica, and will begin relief efforts today. The senior director of
So the resorts, the cities, Montego Bay, major city is affected, and they're gonna bring in all these foreign military to so-called aid, but it's all we're a time of Jacob trouble, man. Persecution is gonna come because a lot of things gonna happen because these foreign entities, they have interests and they have stakes on that island known as Jamaica, especially on the north coast, man. And I believe Andrew Holness, right, with the whole Saint Elizabeth a couple of months ago, he wanted to. I could get it 1 second. Yeah, so basically, like, this is Saint Elizabeth. Like before the hurricane, a couple months ago, he has they have plans, to have basically have a they have plans to set up these smart cities, and it's gonna be like a major hub, right? And it's gonna be like, because they already have Montego Bay. Montego Bay is messed up with the airport. Now they have they have Kingston. There's a couple airports in Jamaica, but they have eyes on Saint Elizabeth, because Saint Elizabeth is like the bread basket for Jamaica, and it's real, man. These governments, these investors, they have a lot of stakes, on the island. So I want to play this.
For St. Elizabeth, several years ago, I had mentioned that Jamaica needs to purpose build a city. We haven't really purpose built a city. We have never done it. Certainly not since colonial times. Maybe Spanish Town was the only purpose built city. And I had tasked the UDC to identify the area that would be best suited for the development of the third city. Two areas were in close competition. And I'm not going to say specifically where, because that is going to just unleash, you don't want people to go and start to buy land and stake claim, and then you can't do what you need to do. So we don't give the details as to where. But suffice to say that the area that we have been advised for
now look what's happening now. After the hurricane, basically everything's broken. All the buildings, the concrete buildings, devastated, with the hurricane, tornado, because a lot of people saw that they witnessed, like tornadoes in the sky too, and destroyed, Saint Elizabeth, man. I'm gonna play this quick. Saint Elizabeth, Jamaica. 1 second, because you could look and see what happened, man. Me say a prayer. Yeah, so this is Saint Elizabeth, destroyed everything, And that's aerial view with helicopter. So I'm gonna play the rest of this. So this hurricane by Chronixx, the lyrics. So it says, "In the eye of the hurricane, I heard your whisper and call my name. I witness of you quickly to rescue me. Well, I witness for you. I witness of you quickness to rescue me. Well, right? So you could watch it. You could listen to the video, right, of this song, Hurricane. And that's what's going on. That's what happened with Jamaica, man, the North Coast. But the brothers over there in Kingston, half a tree, GMS Kingston, over there in half a tree, and Port Antonio, like they weren't they weren't affected, because Yahweh Shai is dealing with them. The Lord rescued them, out of those calamities, man. Because basically, I like because when I was young, I would go to Jamaica when I was young. So the last time I was there was when I went when I was 8. So I went down there 2023, 2024. And Jamaica is established, man, and very up to the time, very very quick. So to see the devastation, man, over there in Montego Bay, St. Anne, Trelawney, it's devastating, man. and the north coast of Jamaica is not going to be the same because they plan on having these 15-minute cities. So I'm going to get these precepts. Right, so Genesis 49 and 11, and Jacob called unto his sons and said, gather yourself together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. We're in the last days now, right? And Jacob, was a prophet. Gather yourself together, and hear, ye sons of Jacob, hearken unto Israel your father. Right, so this is, I want to get, like Benjamin's blessings, right? So Benjamin, right? Because the word Benjamin is Banyamin, which means son of the right, right? And that's why, so Benjamin shall raven as a wolf, right? And so Raven's going into the reggae music, guys like Bob Marley and the Wailers, Peter Tosh, Jacob Miller, and the whole reggae, right? That our people make, which is beautiful music, revolutionary and spiritual music, but it's watered down now, and basically, because the reggae, these with the reggae music, a lot of the Rastafarians, they're worshiping a guy named Selassie, which he's not, you know, he's actual a damn Ethiopian, a Cushite, right? And he's not of the lineage of Judah. He's not of that lineage, right? So, because that whole Rastafarianism, it was set up, right, by, Marcus Garvey. But basically, yeah, he had like a prophecy that, he said, like, look to the east for the coming of a black king, right? And basically, like Selassie, right, he went to Jamaica, and then all these Rastas, would worship him because they're following, that so-called self proficient prophecy, you know, and that's why that whole Rastafarianism is bugged out, man. They're smoking weed, dreadlocks. So Benjamin shall raven as a wolf. In the morning shall he divide the prey, and at night shall divide the spoil. So this is what we're approaching. We're approaching the midnight hour, right? When Esau gonna go down, and Esau's gonna go into captivity. These nations are gonna go into captivity, right? And we're going to rule, man. You know, And there's another one, Isaiah 51:14. Isaiah 51:14. The captive exile has hasteth that he may be loose, and that he should not die in the pit, but that his bread should not fail. Right. So we're captive, man. Right. The Israelites are captive, and the Lord's only gonna save the elect out of this captivity, because the 2/3 of our people are going to be destroyed. They're going to be destroyed, and basically the Lord only is going to save the only 144,000 and the 1/3, right? No, because we're in this captivity. Because Jamaica, everybody, a lot of our people, a lot of so-called Jamaicans, they live overseas, in America, Canada, UK, right? And a lot of them will be like, yeah, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go build my house. Like, let me go build my house, you know, and basically, try to retire, or that basically they're, like they had hope that that they could, you could go and like move back to Jamaica, and live a good life, and live on the north coast. And but now look what's happening. Just pure destruction. I play it. 1 second.
What a coincidence. The storm destroyed the food basket, and the government are going to transform the food basket into a digital city. Them people are thinking we are idiots, you know, man. The storm.
Yeah, all this what's going on is all orchestrated by the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, which means he is, right? And it's all orchestrated by him, right? The Lord says he's a man of war. So the Lord, he used Esau, right? Because Esau is the left hand side, is a left hand angel, left hand messenger, right? And that's why our people is catching hell, because our people were living prosperous, right? And so it affected everybody, the so-called poor and the rich, right? Because Jamaicans are very classist society, man. So it's affected them, man. And yeah, you know their homes are destroyed. A lot of people, they have people from foreign. They have, like they built nice homes here, and then now they have Airbnbs, and they're making a lot of money, right? But now look, it's affecting them. So because our people thought that that they could prosper in Babylon, right? But you're still under the curse.
Try the place, the food basket of Jamaica, and then the government plan now to turn it into a new city. Yes. And when we talk now, you hear say we are idiots, and you hear say a conspiracy theory and also one bag of something. But who have ears we hear, and who have eye we see. And even if you're deaf, you have ear you can't see, and if you're blind, maybe you can't hear. Yeah, man. What a...
Yeah, so yeah, man, because they have a plan, to have this smart cities, with artificial intelligence, the robots, making man, into machine, with their whole transhumanist agenda. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. So with that, let us say our praise due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem B'Kak Wadash, double honor to apostles of great milestone, peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.